Why didn't you want to do the role? He wanted you to do it.
I can't work with him. We can't really talk. My father is a very difficult person.
Thank you. I'm Adriano, by the way.
Hello, I'm Renata.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I would actually like to start talking about the way you work on Nora's, your character, body language, because she has two different ways to express her physicality. When she's on stage, she has a lot of energy, while on her private life, because of her issues, she's almost stuck. So can you talk about how did you start processing this double side of Nora?
Yeah, I think for me it starts very analytical. So I kind of build as much nuance and detail I can to all the different things she goes through and try to layer everything with be very specific about why she's an actress and what she feels like going into it, what she can't see about herself and what comes out when she's acting, like playing along with all these different nuances of her. And I think the body really just follows if you are very specific about the grief or I felt I had built a very specific way for her to be depressed and for her self-worth going into or almost going over the cliff. And because it's so specific, it kind of just like shows up in the body without me having too much control. And I also really love not having too much control when I'm on set. So build something, a fundament that is really strong and then be very without control on set.
Makes sense. Uh, the first second you meet Nora and Agnes, you can definitely tell that they are very different women, but there's a very strong connection between them. So can you talk about how did you work with Inga in order to create both the difference and also the link?
I think it's really there in the script that Joachim and Eskil, they don't want to write two sisters that is up against each other or that they're jealous of each other, or they want to write something about how difficult it is to communicate. And I really love that they do care and love each other so much, but they see how they are lacking something themselves through the other person. Like it's subtle things like that. And because the script focuses on that and because we focus on that in the rehearsal, slowly these very subtle mechanisms between me and Inga would start to happen. And when we got on set, it's just there. And also Joachim is is a director where he doesn't need you to show him anything, so you're actually able to be very authentic and very subtle in not what you do, but what comes up is enough. So if you have an emotion or something happens that you don't necessarily understand, but it has emotional value to him on set, he will know how to use it in the edit. So I feel we can really trust him to take care if it happened just something very small between us.
Mhm. Uh, without giving too much away, of course, was there a scene during the shooting that was particularly challenging for you in an emotional way?
Yeah, I think the scene where Inga, the sister, comes to Nora, my character, to give her a script that their father wrote, to kind of make her understand that her father has seen her in a way that they both didn't know was possible. And the state that Nora is in that moment was at the lowest point, one of the lowest points in her life. And that was very hard to do specific because you don't want that state to be at any point general. You want people to recognize and feel what it is like to and believe that she is in that state. So that was that was difficult because it's not active. It's very quiet, and then to trust that it translates to the screen is really hard and scary because you don't know if it does. Just have to take a chance in a way. Yeah.
The Worst Person in the World was a very different movie compared to Sentimental Value. It was a drama, but I think there are many, many different. So, did you work with Joachim in a different way because a different story, a different kind of characters, or he has just one way to direct you and then maybe adapt due to the screenplay and other stuff?
I kind of think that we on a very deep level understand each other, and that we have the same taste and we have the same way of expressing something. But I also have to say I learned a lot from Joachim about acting and filmmaking, and I have really been led by him into this. So for Worst Person in the World, I felt that I learned something new, even though I have the same in me, of course, to be able to do it that way. And then in Sentimental Value, we knew it was a different world and a very different character. Julie's much more naive and light, and she has some melancholy in her, but she is more free. And then Nora is more contained, stuck, like you said, like very has a lot of emotional weight. So it's, but I know kind of the universe he wants to create and the way he wants to express something. So now it's much more kind of fluent, or we don't really have to talk that much. We can, it's a lot is there in the script, and then we have some changes in the scene, but it's we just have a very strong connection in what we want to and how we want to talk about things.
Renate, it's been a pleasure talking with you. Thank you very much for the interview, and congratulations on Sentimental Value.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Du kan ikke bare late som han ikke er i byen, kan du det?
Hva prøver? Er det han?
I wish that I knew what I know now. When I was younger.
Hvordan går det med filmen da? Hvordan er det å jobbe med Rachel Kemp?
Det är på tiden att vi sätter oss ner och pratar, du och jag. Är inte det?
Jeg synes kanskje det er litt vanskelig nå.
Men jag vet att det har varit svårt för dig. Jag känner igen mig i det.
Hvordan ble du en så bra person med den oppveksten vår?
Ni två är ju det bästa som har hänt mig.
Beste som har skjedd deg? Skulle vært der litt mer da?